Hi guys, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome to the channel. If you have watched my videos previously, welcome back to the channel. For this video and the videos in this playlist, I'll be going through investing and trading terms and explaining to you guys what it means and how you can use them when you're investing and trading. This video is the very first for this playlist because this is a brand new playlist. This playlist is called Stock Market Explained. I'll be producing more videos that help explain and break down the different investing and trading terms. If you don't want to miss out on any videos such as this in the future, make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notification button. And if you guys have any investing and trading terms that you want me to explain and break it down for you, just leave me a comment down below and I might feature one of your questions in my future videos. So today, we are going to talk about one of the more commonly used investing and trading term, that is the price earning ratio or PE ratio. We are going to talk about exactly what it is and break it down. This video will be particularly useful for those who are just starting out investing and trading and who are new to analyzing companies and how to determine whether companies are good or not so good buys. And we are going to see exactly how we can use PE ratios for investing and trading. So stick around for the video because we will be covering all of that. With that, let's get started. So the P ratio of a company is defined as the ratio for valuing a company that measures its current share price relative to its per share earnings. You can easily get a company's P ratio with a quick search on Google or on the many financial websites available out there. So while these numbers are readily available to us, we still want to know how to derive the P ratio of a company so that we can better understand and interpret what the P ratio of a company means. So the formula for the P ratio or how we derive the P ratio of a company is by taking the stock price of a company dividing by the company's earnings per share or EPS. So what the P ratio means in investing and trading terms then is how much we are willing to pay for every dollar of earnings per share. So we have our standard layman definition, which is the previous slide, and then the investing and trading definition for P ratio, which is the formula on the screen above. So as a general rule of thumb, the lower the P ratio of a company, the better the company is in terms of value. Because the lower the P ratio of a company, the lower the amount that we are paying for the stock for each dollar of earnings the company makes. Therefore, a lower P ratio of a company can indicate to us that the company is better value than a company with higher P ratio. So let's take a look at some real-life examples of how we can derive our P ratio and compare some of the P ratios of companies to their competitors. So I'm on the Google website. Let's Google search for a company stock price. Okay, let's Google. So Google's current share price is 1272.25. So to take a look at Google's earnings per share, let's go search for Google on the financial website. So you can see Google's earnings per share for the trailing 12 months, which is the previous year, is 45.97. So Google's share price is 1272.25. So if we use the calculator, I'll go use my calculator. Google's share price is 1272.25 divided by, because we know the price to earnings ratio is the stock price of a company divided by its earnings per share. So the stock price of Google's is 1272.25 and Google's earnings per share for the previous year is 45.97. So as you can see on my calculator app, Google's price earnings ratio is 27.67, which is very similar to the P ratio provided by the financial website. As you can see here, the price earnings ratio of Google is 27.68. What I got on my calculator is 27.67. So that's how we calculate the price earning ratio of a company. So some people ask, what is a good P ratio and what is a bad P ratio? Good being that the stock is reasonably priced and bad being that the stock is overpriced. Unfortunately, there are no hard and fast rules to what is considered a good PE and bad PE ratio. This is because PE ratios are dependent on the sector and industry the company is. So companies in certain sectors and industry may have higher PE ratios due to the nature of their business, while other companies in different sectors and industry may have lower PE ratios due to the nature of their business. So for example, for the electrical equipment industry, as recently as January 2019, the average PE ratio was 356.28, while the education industry, on the other hand, was just 43.96. So as you can see, the PE ratios varies from industry to industry. One way to get a more accurate comparison of the P ratio of companies is to compare the P ratios of companies in the same sector and industry. Because companies in the same sector and industry tend to have the same type of expenses and business conditions in general, so their P ratio will provide us with a more accurate indication of their value. That's how we want to ideally compare the P ratios of companies. To recap, we calculated the P ratio of a company by taking its stock price, dividing it by the company's earnings per share. So that's the breakdown of what a P ratio of a company means and how we can derive the P ratio of a company. We also take a look at how we can more accurately compare the P ratios of companies by comparing the P ratios of companies in the same sector and industry. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you have liked this video and have learned something, leave a like on this video. In the next video, I'll be breaking down and explaining what the earnings per share of or EPS of a company means. So if you don't want to miss that video and other future videos, make sure you're subscribed. And until then, to your financial success.